I'm going to be holding my mic today because there is still a lot of things going on outside my apartment, like construction. So if you see the fuzzy dead cat in frame, yes, that's actually what it's called, then that is why. So, hi, I'm Olivia. I'm the Witch of Wonderlust here on YouTube and on Instagram, and I'm doing a book review today. Books that I am reviewing are sent to me by a subscription box from The Witch's Box. This subscription box is very good for going past that Witchcraft 101 books. Then this would be a very good box to check out. What I love about the subscription box is that every month they have a deep dive. So not only do you have access to the forums, so it's kind of like an online witchy book club, but also by the end of the month they have a online deep dive, so you can actually go onto a live video call with everybody who read the books and chat about it. And sometimes, if you're lucky, the authors will make an appearance and answer questions and things like that. And if you're not able to make those live meetings, then they will send you a link and you can always catch up that way. So it's pretty cool. It's I think about $30 a month US dollars, but I will leave the link for that down below. I have already reviewed books from this box and I will leave a few of those links up in the cards and down in the description below. But the two books that I have today, the first book is Expecting the Goddess, Drawing Down the Divine Feminine by Jane Meredith. Both of these books are by the same author. And the second book was Journey to the Dark Goddess, How to Return to Your Soul. So two very deep dive concept and topics. Those are the two books that I will be telling you all about and my opinion and my experience with reading them. But grab a beverage. Today I have, what is this? The Perfect Pear by Tranquillo Teas. That's why it's a white tea. That's why it kind of looks like that. So the tea in the mug will be also linked down below. Everything's going to be linked down below. And if I'm missing something, let me know. First book that I read was the Expecting the Goddess, Drawing Down the Divine Feminine. If you are wanting to work with deities and you don't know how to go about this, I would highly recommend these two books because I don't work with deities, as many of you know, but if this is something that you are new to, if you feel the need that you want to work with deities, if you feel like one is calling to you, or you're just wanting to dive into that side of your spiritual journey, then definitely these books would be high on the recommend list for me because not only does she share a personal connections to each deity that she has worked with, but she also shares how they have presented themselves to her in her life. So it's a very personal way that she writes about how these different deities reached out to her, how she applied that into her life, and how she realized that they were reaching out to her, or how she reached out to a deity. So Meredith actually goes through a couple of different goddesses, and she does not exclude deity work to just goddesses, which I really liked. And she was just talking about specifically goddesses, but was definitely not exclusive. She talks about why it's important to research your goddess. I mean, all of you know what I'm going to say. It's important to research everything, but she also talks about why it's important to dedicate to your goddess and what that might look like and how that might go about. She gives you different ideas on what dedicating to a deity may be or feel like or look like, or give you ideas on how to go about that. And she also gives you a lot of different exercises. She gives you examples on how to create an altar for this deity, how to even go about that, what certain things that you may or may not need, and again gives you a couple of different ideas on how to go about that. She gives you different prompts to journal about, and hint hint, she tells you to write down everything, just like your favorite witch YouTuber. Hey, because maybe that's important or something. It's not like I say it in every single one of my videos, write down everything. One thing I really like is that she goes through and tells her personal side of working with a certain deity, and then proceeds to walk you through a certain ritual or meditations, ideas on how to even dip your toe in. And it's kind of like a step-by-step of how to work with a deity. I would highly recommend checking this book out. I definitely applaud her for being so vulnerable because she talks about some deep stuff in both of these books. So going into the second book, Journey to the Dark Goddess, How to Return to Your Soul. I read this and was like, this is gonna be so woo-woo, and I don't know if I can handle it. And it wasn't. It was actually pretty down to earth. I really, really liked the take that she did on this. So the whole idea of this book specifically, there was a lot of correlations. It was very similar to the first book, but it dives deeper into working with the dark goddess. And she means dark as in the mysterious, the unknown. A lot of the time, the fear or the side of us ourselves that we don't want to look at. So this is a great book for shadow work, not only if you're working with deities, and even if you don't work with deities like I don't, this is such a good book for shadow work. Again, she gives you rituals, she gives you mantras, she gives you ideas and different rituals and different ideas and different prompts on how to go about that. And working with the dark goddess, this book I can see is easily perceived in many different ways, which I really like about it. This book could even be a way that somebody's deity reaches out to them. She talks about kind of things to look out for, of how to know if a deity is reaching out to you. And that's a question that I get a lot that I can't help people with, because again, I don't work with deities, so I don't have a lot of answers there. One thing that I took away from here was kind of like, I was like, oh, maybe deities have been reaching out to me. And my perspective on deities is a lot different than a lot of other people's. And, you know, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter my perspective, because that's a personal thing. It just matters what that means to you. Again, is so vulnerable. She, again, is so vulnerable in this book and talks so much about the devastation and the transformation and the fears that she overcomes, and kind of how to tell when the dark goddess is reaching out to you, and or when a dark goddess is reaching out to you, depending on how you view deities. These books definitely stuck with me and had a much bigger impact than I was prepared for, to be honest. I really enjoy these books. I'm always very pleasantly surprised. It's funny because the Witch's Box sends me books that I look at and read the back, read maybe a couple pages or something, and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe this isn't for me, you know? And then when I read it and I actually get through it, most of the time, I've always come away with something. I come away with a totally new perspective. I come away with new ideas, and I'm inspired. So thank you, The Witch's Box, for sending me things that challenge me, because that is definitely something that I need. So yeah, quick video. Honestly, I'm sorry for not getting more videos out faster, or I guess the quality I feel like has been lacking a lot, just because there is construction literally right there, and it is so loud, and the only time I'd be able to film are on the weekends during the day, and usually I'm teaching classes in the mornings, so it's just been kind of a nightmare to do that. But I appreciate all of your support. I do have three more videos actually, that I really wanted out by the end of January, and that just didn't happen. So maybe that's for a reason. Maybe I'm just a mess. Maybe both. I don't know. That is it. Thank you, The Witch's Box, for these beautiful, wonderful books. I can't wait to review February's books. I already have them. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a sneak peek, but spoiler alert, it's about Celtic tree rituals and the magic of trees. So that is going to be a very interesting one. I am definitely earth-based, so that's going to be fun. I have plenty of videos coming up for you this month. I'm really excited to share them with you. And incoming YouTuber spiel, leave a like. It is really the easiest way to support me. If you're already subscribed, then you're supporting me. Watching this video, you're supporting me, so thank you for that. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. I know everybody says that, but it's because YouTube is really bad at telling you when I upload. So if you want to keep on top of whenever I post new videos, then do hit that bell. And I think that's all my YouTube stuff. I'll probably get better at that spiel eventually. We'll see. There's going to be an evolution. It'll be less choppy as we go on. But that is it. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Best of luck. Be kind to each other, and may your gods treat you as you've treated others. Bye.